Welcome, everyone. Man, oh man, start spreading the news because the New York Yankees are going to the World Series. Let's go. Good time to celebrate in New York, man. I know my buddy Tony's upset that his Mets got smacked by the Dodgers, but hey, the Dodgers' batting lineup was pretty decent. But before we start this great show, let me introduce you guys to my colleagues. My first colleague over there, Tony. How you doing over there, buddy?
All right.
Okay, all right. That's all we get today. All right. What
That's
happened to
it.
my excited Tony? Where's my happy Tony at?
I was basically murdered on Sunday, and you want me to freaking be happy?
Okay, now, we happen to be alive. At least the one New York team made it. Then we got my good buddy over there that got a haircut, no hat today. David, how you doing over there, buddy?
Yankees World Series. I'm trying to go Monday or Tuesday. So
Gotcha. I wish my paycheck looked like yours. That's how the ticket sounds. Nope, never that. All right, buddy, let's start this great show. Unfortunately, John Paul is not with us this weekend because he's at a soccer game. But good luck to your niece, buddy. Hopefully, she wins the game, and hopefully, she wins the next round of the playoffs. All right, guys, let's start over Thursday night football. Thursday night football. I realized that we should not be picking all the same teams because the New Orleans Saints got smacked by the Denver Broncos. New Orleans Saints are now 2-5. They lost. They're losing back to back to back to back. Is it time for the New Orleans Saints to trade all their stars and try to tank it? Or like you guys say, rebuild?
go ahead, Tony.
Um, I got to be honest, not sure. I was discussing with someone this weekend. I mean, this is not the same team that played the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks they scored 81 points. This is an inept team right now, man. They just can't put it together. I don't know what's going on. I got to be honest. I think I've picked them the past 5 weeks too, only for them to hurt me. Um, So I don't know what's going on in New Orleans. I guess I don't pay enough attention, but it's just not working for them right now.
Okay. David, what do you think, buddy?
Injuries, just like the rest of the NFL. I don't think I've ever seen so many injuries the past 2, 3 weeks than I have my entire life watching football. Rattler's a rookie. He's been making bonehead mistakes in terms of turnovers. Even if you're not the best quarterback, or if you're a rookie, if you don't turn the ball over, you give your team a shot. And some of the plays, I just sat there and it looked like there was a JV like football player in high school throwing the ball. Like he threw the ball with one hand when he was getting sacked. Like his arm was getting pulled and he still tried to throw it. And then they ran it back for a fumble for a touchdown. I don't understand it. I mean, listen, everybody praised that the Saints were this and that. Like, yes, their car was healthy, they were healthy, but let's be honest here, that conference is not the best. So
Well, definitely you can say that after last night's game. Okay. I mean, New Orleans Saints, you lost Derek Carr and now Kamara is not doing that hot. Uh, your division is not the best, so
All right, all
your
right.
season's
Who do
not
we
over
have
yet.
resident? Yo. All right. It was
what?
Who's in that? That's not me.
I,
That's it. That's the jackass over there that's smiling. The jackass. Every time it's a jackass. I really hate this guy. But back to my point.
I'm
New
about to
Orleans
say,
Saints.
where the hell's Matthew McConaughey at?
Yeah. He ain't talking this week. Texas got smoked.
Yeah, but like I said, let's see what happens, man, to the New Orleans Saints. All right, guys, let's play. Let's go to Minnesota. Man, oh man, they had an undefeated streak and it finally ended. The Lions came into town and beat them by 2 points. What do you guys think about that game, guys?
I
Positive
I
and
knew
negative.
it. I said Detroit was going to beat them, and they did. I mean, it was a close game. It wasn't a blowout or anything, but Detroit is a legit team, and I think they should be taken serious.
I think what Detroit should do is trade for Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett's on a chopping block. Hutchinson got hurt. Next year, Miles Garrett on one side, Hutchinson on the other.
Yeah,
If
I
they
mean,
get
not unless
if
they
they
come and take Dexter Lawrence from us.
Oh, Mason Crosby. Not Mason Crosby. Max Crosby. Max
I mean,
Crosby.
if the Lions got either one of them, I mean, let's be honest, they're going to be a Super Bowl contender like they already are now.
Yeah,
That offense is clicking on all cylinders. The only question on the team's their defense. If you have a question about a team, go out and trade. They don't need draft picks right now. They're so young still. Go out and get a Max Crosby, Miles Garrett, somebody that could rush the quarterback.
Am I the only one that's like I feel great for Goff?
Me too.
I mean, I think he got such a short end of the stick when he was let go. Um,
They listen, at the end of the day, Goff and Stafford benefited. Stafford won a championship, but Goff's career resurrected when he left the Rams.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not like he was playing bad for the Rams. That's why I said
But
I think he got the short
Oh
end of the
no, not at
stick.
all. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, he wasn't doing what he was doing now, though.
yeah, he was not
No,
putting up the same
no.
numbers. And that's why
Not even
that's why he got the
close.
trade. That's why he got the trade and they bought in Stafford. Because
Change of
Stafford did what he
scenery,
needed.
dude. That's what it's all about. Let's be honest here. I mean, I can name a bunch of players off the top of my head that change sceneries that are doing better. It's all about schemes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. They built a team around golf.
Yeah. I gotta give definitely credit to Dan Campbell, man. He really changed the face of that franchise. This is not the same Detroit Lions we used to watch. Like he
Uh,
definitely changed the franchise.
he did not change the face of the franchise. It was actually Dan Campbell that changed the face
I
of the
just said Dan
franchise.
Campbell. Did you not hear that? I said
I
Dan
thought you
Campbell.
said I think meant golf because dude,
No,
that
Dan Campbell.
organization was used to
Dan
losing.
Campbell. So
They
badly,
were
yes.
they were used to losing and now they're used to winning. So I'm happy
Yeah,
for them.
definitely about that. And then it happens here.
Bring back Barry Sanders.
Yeah. But let's see what happens, man. Definitely, but like this NFC North is not gonna be easy division, man. These are two power headed teams. The Lions and the Vikings were they're good teams.
Lions and the Vikings. Lions and the Packers.
Lions and Packers? Are you okay there? Let me bring you back.
Who won last week? The Packers or Vikings?
I mean, it
Packers.
was a close game, buddy. It was not like they got Vikings
It
got blown
wasn't
out.
close. The Packers made it close. I watched almost the whole game.
I'm
No.
not talking about the Packers and Texas game. I'm talking about the Lions and Vikings game. The Vikings game
I
was
just
small.
said that in the division it's going to be Lions. You just said it's going to be the Lions and the Vikings. It's not. It's
Yes.
going to be the Lions and the Packers.
No, I don't think I don't think it's gonna be the Packers. I get
Oh
Packers
my,
third. I get Packers third seed.
Tony, please tell me you agree with me. The Packers are better than the Vikings.
Yeah, I love Jordan Love right now. I think he's got to be a top five quarterback in the league right now. I
Dude,
think he's playing his ass off.
they made that game close. If you watch the game, the turnovers were absolutely terrible.
Okay.
The Lions are by far the best team right now.
Let's see, man. The NFC North looking pretty good, man. Let's go to the AFC North now. AFC North. Let's go flip slides over. AFC North, Bengals versus the Browns.
I mean, if we're
Deshaun,
only going to talk about this game, let's just talk about what happened with Deshaun Watson and move on
yeah,
from it.
I know.
That's the only thing that happened during the
Yeah,
game.
that's what I'm gonna talk
Listen,
about. Yeah. Thank
we
you.
said
Let me say what I was gonna say. Let me say it, please. Let me say it. Pause. Okay. As we can see, Deshaun Watson got it for his ACL or season-ending injury. Fans were cheering like they won a Super Bowl in there. Tony, I'm gonna go to you first since you were so excited to start this topic. Do you think that was appropriate for the fans to do that?
no, you never cheer for anyone to get hurt ever,
Especially
ever.
home team.
The only fan base you hear that from is Philadelphia because they're just terrible fan base. They are. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Giants fan and a Mets fan.
You ask any fan
Philadelphia
that.
is by
Yes, anyway. I
far
tell my coworkers all day.
Yeah,
You guys are the worst fans
Philadelphia is
ever.
by far the worst fan base. I mean,
Yeah.
they throw snowballs at Santa Claus. I mean, they're a terrible fan base. But once again, I know Deshaun Watson's been playing terrible, like he doesn't want to be there, but I don't think he deserved that heading off the field. And I saw slow motion of the tear. I mean, you saw the pop, and it
You saw
just
pop.
like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it just looked nasty. So, I mean, speedy recovery, man, and hopefully when you come back, either you find another team that you actually want to play on, or you come back and you decide you actually want to play football. One or the other, choose it.
I think this injury is going to make him play harder, to be honest with you. I think his injury is going to show how much he really does love football. But I don't think anybody deserves to get booed no matter how bad you play. I mean, let's be honest. He was probably 32nd ranked quarterback in the league. His teammates, let's be honest here, his teammates, Miles Garrett and Jameis Winston, came to his rest. I mean, they did a great job of not bashing their fans, but also saying, like, hey, he's a Brown, like he's a player in your team. Like at the end of the day, if it was our situation with Daniel Jones, I wouldn't cheer for him to get hurt. I don't think he's the best, but I wouldn't be there like, yeah. I wouldn't do that. You don't do that, man. football injuries are tough, man, and he has a long road ahead of him with that Achilles injury.
Yeah, he'll be lucky to be back by mid-season next year.
Like that's
Yeah.
no joke of an injury. That's just as bad as like what Hutchinson did on the Lions.
Yep.
Talking about Daniel Jones, you guys led me right into my next topic. But Eagles, the Giants, I gotta get props, man. The Giants defense put up a good fight. Put up a good fight
What?
for most of y'all really don't let me finish what I'm saying. For most of the game. For most of the game, they did put up a decent fight. The Giants defense. The offense, like it's always said, the offense. Daniel Jones got benched and they put in Mr. DeVito. They put Mr. DeVito in the game.
No, they didn't. They put Drew Lock in, you
They
dumb
put Drew
bastard.
Lock in. DeVito didn't play. He's on a practice
I
They,
thought it
squad.
was DeVito.
they probably should have put DeVito in because Drew Lock looked like absolute shit. That guy shouldn't even be in this league.
I mean, he somehow beat the Philadelphia Eagles last year. I know he did that for a minute 90, in the minute 30s. But that Tony, what should the Giants do, man? Like, did they just tank it?
There's nothing that can be done. You lost probably your greatest offensive weapon in Andrew Thomas. I mean, how much time did Daniel Jones have back there? It was disgusting. He had zero time to throw the ball. Zero time to throw the ball.
I would have benched him earlier so he wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting nasty. When it comes to Philadelphia, I said this 2 weeks ago. If there's no Saquon, they are an 0-7 team or 0-6 because they had a bye week. They are nothing without Saquon. Jalen Hurts does not look that good. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, he was terrible.
Yeah. Dexter Lawrence, if he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, this league is full of shit.
Yeah, I agree with you on
Not
that one.
gonna win it.
Yeah. Dave, what do you think, buddy? What should the Giants do at this point, man?
It just shows how valuable Saquon is. Literally, that whole game, if I would one feedback, it's not Daniel Jones, it's not how shitty our offensive line is. How valuable is Saquon? He could run, he could catch, he even threw some good blocks and passing downs. Dude, he did awesome, man. And this is coming from a Giant fan. Like, we miss him, man. And I wish Daniel Jones would have done the right thing, restructured his deal so they could have saved Saquon. But at the end of the day, there's two takeaways from the game. And this comes from a Giant fan because watching that game, I couldn't even watch it because it was that bad. Saquon is a beast. He deserves literally player of the year for offensive player of the year. Let's be honest here, because as Tony said,
I mean, as of right now, yeah.
without him, the Eagles would be Lugats, as they say in Italian. And the offensive line, I think the Pop Warner team I played on when I was 9 years old is better blocking than they are. I've never seen people get pushed into the backfield as bad as that was. And the thing that pissed me off even more was Dayball didn't have the running backs help out. They chipped. Dude, did you not see freaking Daniel Jones? He literally had, I don't even think he had a second to throw on some plays. Not even kidding. Not even a second to throw. Dean, the linebacker on the Eagles, he hit him, I think it was like 4 straight times, and he had 1 or 2 sacks out of it in a row.
Yeah,
But-
if I was able, I got to be honest, I probably would have had both tight ends in the game blocking.
I would try to run the ball, man.
My thing is, sorry to cut you off. This offensive line problem is not only gone this year. It's been going on since Eli Manning's time.
Once again, they lost their best offensive weapon in Andrew Thomas.
Umir's right
Andrew
away.
Thomas is the best lineman in the league.
I'm not saying Andrew Thomas is not the best lineman, Tony. But my problem is, even with Andrew Thomas, the guy's
we
getting
didn't draft good.
No, he wasn't.
We didn't draft good. We didn't draft good on the offensive line.
Yeah, offensive line is the same problem.
He wasn't getting sacked. Not like that. He wasn't getting fucking sacked.
Evan Neal.
You haven't been watching.
Honestly,
I have been watching, buddy. But the sack problem is every year, buddy. Come on, look at the numbers last year. Same problem with sack. The year before that, same problem. Sack. That offensive line. When are they gonna get it fixed? At Eli Manning's time.
This season, up until he got hurt last
2
week.
games ago. I would say 1 or 2 games ago.
Yeah, we've been doing very well. So I mean,
Yeah, but that comes from the Giants front office, man. Like, yes, before Joe got there as the GM, yes, 100%. Umir, 100%. But dude, we keep drafting offensive linemen like Evan Neal and all these other scrubs. Listen, they're in the NFL. No offense, if you're in the NFL and you get paid millions of dollars, you have one job, two jobs. You run block and you pass block. Those are your two jobs as an offensive lineman. Are you developing your offensive lineman? All these other teams are. How come we're not? Dable, you're an offensive-minded guru. Help out the offensive line, dude. That our struggles are not running the ball as of right now. It's not passing. We can't throw a drop back.
Yeah.
Can't drop back. We literally can't. If I was in that game, I would have said we're running the ball all three downs. Right or wrong?
And Tracy looks good enough to run it all three downs.
Well, the problem is Tracy's a dual back running back. I don't think he can handle 20, 30 carries a game like Saquon can, but he's more of like a pass catcher. But even still, like, dude, just run. Like, I'm convinced that they just love throwing. Like, I really think that they want Jones to fail, and that's why they just pass the ball. We pass the ball way too much against the Eagles. Their defensive line is not as strong as these other teams.
Yeah.
They're actually trying to trade for a pass rusher too.
My
Yes.
thing is that if you know your offensive line is not that good, why are you gonna keep on calling passing plays? That's my thing.
But it just
That's what.
said.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
exactly.
when you're down by that many points, you have no choice but to pass.
Dude, but defense, man, like, come on. Like, after like the first couple Saquon runs, it's like, all right, maybe we should probably stack the box. What I would have done if I was defensive coordinator, Jalen Hurts, I want you to beat me. I don't want Saquon to beat me. You will beat me. I will stack the line with 7, 8 people. You beat me. Because I'm not gonna have Saquon beat me because he's been beating everybody else.
Okay. Let's see what happens, man. Another week, another game. Let's see. Hopefully, the Giants can eventually turn this around, man.
No,
The
no,
Giants,
I'm convinced at this point after this past week, it's a done deal. I think I'd be very surprised if we win another game going the rest of the season.
Dude, our schedule is atrocious. I agree with. I think we're gonna have a top 5 pick next year.
in the NFL, one thing with the NFL I noticed, you can never say anything. Any given week, any given team can win in the NFL. That's what my opinion is.
Yeah, hopefully
My
it'll be
opinion.
Russell Wilson.
Actually, that I love you, David. Bro. I love you, bro. Because you literally brought me to my next point. Russell Wilson was back this weekend against Sunday against the New York Jets. The New York Jets lose. Aaron Rodgers falls 2-5. They scored 15 against 37. So, David, I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, man. 2 questions. Because again, do you think how did you think about Russell Wilson's performance? Do you think it was a fluke? And
Yeah.
secondly, the Jets fired their coach Robert Saleh. They fired the offensive coordinator. Now, what is the problem? They got Devontae Adams, and they still can't win. What is the problem with the Jets? 2 questions.
Russell Wilson looked great. I can't say anything bad. That offense, I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong. That offense was clicking better than it has the other games. So that's number one. Number two is, but we all know Russell Wilson will have a good game.
And that
What's he
bad
gonna
game.
do? He's gonna have another 1 to 2 bad games.
He played the
So-
Giants again.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real here. I'm
Yeah,
not being a
100%.
hater or nothing like
Yeah, I agree
that.
with you. I agree with
He
you.
is a great player, but let's see. My second thing is they don't need a head coach if I was the Jets. Just let Aaron Rodgers be the head coach. They might as well, right?
Yeah.
Devontae
He's
Adams did
calling the
better.
shots anyway.
Devontae Adams did better tackling people than he did catching the ball that game.
Yep. And then, you know, they did not score. They only scored the first half. Second half, there was nothing on the offense.
Well, let's talk about their defense. Everybody brags about how good the Jets defense is. They look like freaking crap.
They made it 100%. Tony, what do you think, buddy? I really wish your brother was with us today on the show. I really would. I would.
No, I mean I'm pretty sure he's upset about it. Like I said, they brought in Adams because they thought the connection there with Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to say it again. I said it last week. Rodgers is not going to be here next year. He's not
You
going to
really
want to
think
do.
so?
He's not going to want to do this shit again.
I think with Devontae, he's going to want to. With that, once Devontae leaves, he's out.
Devontae's up in the age of 2. And Devontae's not young no more. Devontae's 31, 32.
Yeah, and
Devontae has one last year. Not this year, next year. I think it's his last year.
I don't see the arm strength anymore. I don't see the feet moving like they should. I think he's done. I think he should have been done 2 years ago.
He complains more than he does. This is the most I've ever seen him complain. He complains about after every play. he'll go back to the huddle. He just looks confused and he just looks pissed off. That's not.
Okay.
I mean, listen, if my quarterback if I was an offensive lineman, you yell at me. As soon as I get back to the sidelines, I'm going to smack the living crap out of you on your helmet if you talk to me like that.
I mean, but he's been getting away with it every week now. Last week he was talking about Mike Williams in a post-trade game. He's getting away with it every
He
week.
runs the team. Woody Johnson is not an owner, dude. If I was Woody Johnson, I would step in, pull Rodgers aside. He needs to do something. And if not him, the GM, I forgot the GM's name, but he needs to step in. It's just Woody Johnson is an owner where he's just rich. It's like I compare him to Steve Cohen because they're both filthy rich and they both say they're going to do something and they don't. Every year for the Mets, they're going to say they're going to get this free agent and this free agent. They don't. Same thing with the Jets. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Woody Johnson says they don't. Listen, I'm not a Met hater either. I'm a Yankee fan, but I like the Mets too. But just saying, if you had to compare apples to apples,
Right.
like what's Woody Johnson doing for the Jets stuff? All kidding aside,
Nothing. He's getting ready to be an ambassador again in England because
he needs to sell the team, dude. That's
after
just
after the election, that's what he's going to do again.
he
My
needs to
my
sell it.
my thing is Woody Johnson. Where is your you letting Aaron Rodgers control your team right now, bro? First you guys put the blame on Robert Saleh, got rid of him. Then you guys still have Hackett. Matt Hackett is still there, but you guys find the offensive coordinator.
I don't think Salah sucked. I just
No.
think Rodgers didn't like him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Rodgers is controlling the ship. That's where your team starts losing. Rodgers is not Tom Brady, where you give him the keys to the stadium. But that's my thing. But do you think the Jets are going to make the playoffs right now with the way they're looking?
No.
The Bills look so much better. And now they look good with Cooper. So, and honestly, if I was, I mean, are we going to talk about the Bills or no?
No, we're not going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Bills. We're going to go to Miami next.
All right,
Miami.
well, let me say one more thing about the Bills.
That's fine, but let's say one more thing, buddy.
I don't know if you heard, but Cooper Cup's on the trade block. The Chiefs are the prime, of course, the Chiefs are primary.
Yeah, find a way to get him.
But if I was the Bills, if you had Amari Cooper and Cooper Cup, I wouldn't want to play in the playoffs.
Yep. But I think the Chiefs are going to pull that plug and get him Cooper Cup. I think whoever
Second round pick is going to be the same thing for Devontae.
That's true. Well, who do you think? You do you think Cooper Cup is going to go to? Chiefs or the Bills, Tony?
Chiefs. He'll go to. Actually, I heard the Eagles too, and the Steelers. I heard too.
Yeah. Make it happen.
If he goes to the Steelers, forget it.
I got to be honest. The team that has the money to do it, and they're kicking
Commanders.
ass right now, is Washington.
But I don't think they're going to do it.
Maybe not. I don't think they need to the way they're playing.
Okay.
The Chiefs need him.
The Chiefs definitely do need him. Somehow he will win after game somehow. So staying in the AFC East, Tua came out with a comment today. Yesterday, I love this game and I love it to the depth of me. That's it. When we asked if he's concerned about his injuries again. We all talk about how bad Tua's injuries look when he starts throwing those hand signals up. Not making fun of it. Do you think it's smart for Tua to come back? Or should you wait till next year?
Go ahead, Tony. You go first. I went first a couple of times.
I mean, these teams have doctors that kind of know what they're doing. I mean, if they clear him, because with CT and the NFL and all that shit, they're super, super careful when it comes to head injuries. Even if you feel fine after slamming your head down on the turf, they're pulling you into that tent to check on you. So I'm almost certain that if he's not cleared by the doctors, they're not going to let him play. But if he's cleared,
he's all cleared.
Yeah, if he's cleared, pull the trigger, go. I mean, it's still early enough, and I still think Miami's talented enough with a decent quarterback that they could make a run.
Without a doubt.
I mean, he got a CAT scan. That's the most important thing. And the way doctors versus back then to now, it's like night and day. I think they would tell him, because if they was forced to retire, he gets all that guaranteed money. Don't forget, if he gets forced to retire, so it's a win-win for him anyway. The doctor obviously told him you're good enough to play. I don't think a doctor would risk his getting sued and everything else to let them like, wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like you're putting your license on the line here to say you're okay to play. And listen, at the end of the day, this is all he does for a living, man. That's like saying like, Tony, you wouldn't be able to do what you do ever again, or something like that. If you're really passionate about something, like you're gonna listen to somebody be like, oh yeah, you shouldn't come back. Dude, he has a family. Like, yeah, he's a millionaire, but dude, NFL athletes get broke and they declare bankruptcy and everything. Let the man make his money, man. He's got a
Yeah.
family to support.
Well, they
Yeah.
put themselves into a lifestyle, and when it's over, they think they can still live that lifestyle, and it just you can't.
That's in
Well,
every sport.
Tua's got commercials and all this other. I mean, Tua has a lot of stuff
Look
going
at
for him.
commercials. I haven't seen him in any commercial. What commercial he's on
He was
tour?
just on a commercial.
Where
I
do we
can't remember
live?
what
We
it
live
was.
up here. I bet you in Miami, he's on the TV every couple minutes.
Forget Miami, Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, guys, that time of day again. Let's do our picks, our daily picks. Tony,
Who
do
won
the
this
honors.
Winner,
think
winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Go to hell. We won last night because of stupid Cardinals.
So
I forgot to mention.
I had 11 wins.
Yes, we know.
Umir had 10, and John Paul and David right behind at 9. So it was a
Okay.
good week. Good week overall.
I
Chargers
forgot
Just
to.
say Tiny Tim.
I forgot to say one game, but we gotta talk about this game. The Ravens and Buccaneers game, 41-31. Mike Evans was down. They kept Chris Godwin and now he messed up his ankle. Do you think it was what should the Buccaneers should have done? They should have pulled their guys at the beginning of fourth quarter and let them
Yes.
play.
Yes. Absolutely. But you play to win. So I get both sides. At the end of the day, nothing would piss me off more if I'm giving my all and half of these people aren't giving their all. That's just my thing. Dude, you get paid to play. I don't care if you're down 48-0. You get paid, get on the field. But I also agree at the same time, you're a Super Bowl contender. I mean, let's be honest, Tampa is a Super Bowl contender because the NFC
Yeah.
is pretty wide open. So now they lose him for the year. Now, I don't know what's going to happen to them, to be
They didn't
honest
lose
with you.
him. They fractured ankle. Only one game. He
What?
only had one game. He only had one game. Godwin.
Who?
Really?
What?
He's
He dislocated his ankle.
out for the year?
Yeah, I thought he was a done deal.
I thought he was out for the year. Mike Evans is back week 11, I think, or 8 or 11. I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, good. My
I mean, just remember, they have to play these guys also. I mean, if it starts to go south very quickly, you still want those guys to play because if you have to trade them, at least the team gets something back. If they're not playing, the team gets nothing.
Dude, don't forget they started coming back anyway. Like
Yeah.
they were getting blown out at one point. They started coming back. What's the worst case that happens? What happens if they came down and scored? They'd be down by 3 points and now you kick an onside kick. What happens if you get it?
You know how hard it is to get an onside kick now in this league?
Okay, but at the end of the day, you could still get an onside kick.
Talking about that, if we can spend 2 minutes, how do you guys like this whole new kicking system?
Absolutely.
To be honest with
hate
you, I don't
onside
even
kick.
pay attention to it. I think it's stupid. That's why I don't pay attention.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
part.
saying. I think it's stupid. I mean, it wasn't broken. Why fix it?
I get why they did it. Dude, you get smacked when you freaking do kickoffs, man. Because think about it. Someone's going 50 yards down the field, full speed into you. It's not fun, man.
No, I get it. I get it. I think it took away the excitement of the game a little bit.
What I would do is I wouldn't even, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, why even do a kickoff? Half the people do touchbacks anyway. I would say about 80% of the just do away with kickoffs, unless it's an onside kick.
That's what I'm saying. And then that onside kick, if you want to change the kickoff rules, okay, we got that point. But the onside kick was not broken. There was no need to do any changing with that. The whole onside kick is like you have a better chance of winning a lottery ticket, a $1 million lottery, than getting an onside kick back for you.
I forgot, I forgot what league it is for like the minor league, like NFL. I forgot which league. Instead of doing an onside kick, you have to go for it on 4th and 10 or something like that, and you have to get a first. You have to get a first down on one play, and that's considered your onside kick.
Well, they should do that maybe at this point. All right, guys. That time of day again. Tony did the honors already. We already know who won. So Tony, start off the first game, buddy.
Well, before we do that, let me do the accumulative.
Oh God, he is on the
So going into week 8, there's a tie at first place, 67 wins each, me and Umir. David, you're behind at 63, and John Paul's behind in last in 60 wins. So John Paul's got to start catching up. We're starting to pull away a little bit. But
How the hell you got so close to me? Shit, man.
the hell you mean? You've been losing.
I know,
Last
bro.
week, last week didn't help you.
Stupid Cardinals came out of nowhere and beat them.
Yeah, I was so pissed about that.
Here we go. Thursday night game. Minnesota versus the Rams. I'm going Minnesota.
Minnesota.
FYI, guys, last week we picked the same team to win. Last week we all lost. I'll tell you next.
It's all right, then we'll lose.
Packers, Jaguars. I'm going
Packers.
Is
You
it
going
who's-
Jaguars?
Packers.
Where's this game getting played?
In Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Packers are due for a letdown, man. But I'm gonna take the Packers too. I can't go against them.
Arizona, Miami. I'm going Arizona.
Miami. Umir already went against the Cardinals once, and they screwed him.
Tua's coming back, right?
No,
No, he's not.
nope. Next week.
Give me Arizona. Give me Arizona for that one.
New York Jets, New England Patriots.
New York
Jets.
Jets. If they lose this one, then there's something wrong with the Jets at this point.
There's no way they're losing to, even though Drake May looks great.
I'm going Jets also. The Ravens versus the Browns. I'm going the Ravens.
Ravens.
Here's a good game. At least I think it's going to be good. Philadelphia, Cincy in Cincinnati. I'm going Cincy.
I'm going Cincy. Cincy needs this one.
Cincy. Burrow's the hottest quarterback right now. Can't go against them.
I think this should be a decent game also. Indianapolis, Houston.
Ooh.
I'm going Houston.
Ugh. If Houston didn't lose last week, I'd probably go Colts. But
Give me Houston.
yeah, I have to go Houston.
Tennessee versus Detroit. I'm going Detroit.
Detroit.
Jesus. Falcons versus the Bucks.
Falcons.
I'm going to Bucks. Even without their players. I think they're a better team.
Yeah, I'm going Bucks too. I think they're going to come together.
The New Orleans Saints versus the Chargers. I'm going to Chargers.
Chargers, even though they should have won that game yesterday.
Chargers.
Buffalo Bills versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going Buffalo.
I do not like.
I don't like it either, but I'm going to still go with the Bills.
DK's out this game. Yeah, he got injured last game.
Well, he didn't do anything really other than a touchdown.
He hasn't been doing anything all season.
Tyler Lockett's been having a better year than him, so.
I don't know. Give me Buffalo. I gotta take Buffalo.
Yeah, I can't. You know me. I love Josh Allen, so give me Buffalo.
Yeah, we know that, buddy.
Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders. I'm going Washington.
I'm going Bears.
Is the quarterback gonna be healthy for this game? Because wasn't he hurt?
Yeah, they said he's gonna play.
Give me the Washington Commanders.
I'm taking Bears.
Kansas City versus Las Vegas. I'm going to Chiefs.
Oh, God.
Chiefs.
This game's going to be a shellacking.
Especially since they made fun of Patrick Mahomes in their summer in the camp with that Muppet.
Panthers versus the Broncos.
Oh,
Broncos.
I'm going Broncos. The Broncos have been playing their asses off the past.
Yeah, Broncos. I pick against them almost every week, and they make me pay for it. So
this should be a good game.
It's not gonna be a good game. I'll tell you what.
The Dallas Cowboys versus the San Fran 49ers.
Let me tell you who's out before we make this pick. That they got a heavy lineup out. Hold on. McCaffrey, Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, Talona Hofanga.
No, Kittle's not out.
Kittle, he's hurt right now. He's not out, but Greenlaw, Jennings, Hip. All the guys banged up. So I gotta take. Unfortunately, I gotta go with America's football team, Dallas Cowboys. It's like vinegar coming out of my mouth right now, but unfortunately.
Tony?
I'm going 49ers. There's no way I'm ever picking the Cowboys.
Where's this game getting played at?
In California. San Fran.
I just don't know if Purdy could put up those points. I got to take Dallas.
All right, and then fucking Monday night. New York Giants versus Pittsburgh Steelers. I got
Oh
Pittsburgh.
God, I got Steelers.
Yeah, I got Steelers because that's TJ Watt and that defensive line's gonna have fun. Hopefully,
My
Russell Wilson
kid
don't let me
boys.
down. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this great show. We'll be back again. Make sure you like and share and subscribe.